Hello and welcome. In today's video, I wanted to share the doodling part over this neon yellow color in this bigger doodle. I thought I'd do something a little bit different in this video. Rather than showing a whole doodle start to finish in really speeded up speed, I thought it would be cool to show you a slower version of just part of the doodle and talk a little bit about my thought process and how I go about constructing this particular doodle. What I also want to do here is to have part of the video playing at real-time speed so that you can see that my hands don't really move this fast and that I do hesitate and I do think about what my next move might be. If you like to doodle in this style, you're welcome to look at the real-time speed sections and ask yourself how you might have continued instead. I like to look at other YouTube artist channels. I recently watched a live stream by Liquitex Fine Art. Lisa is a really amazing teacher and artist. She does photorealism. I don't do photorealism, but I learn a lot from her nevertheless. Usually her videos are, if she's showing herself making art, she shows them at a speeded up version. And when I watch the speeded up version, I feel like she's this magician and how could she make this amazing drawing happen in such a short time? I know it takes her a while, but when I watch it in a speeded up version, it feels like it's unattainable. So I watched a live stream by her, or a recording of a live stream. It took her 2 hours to make I think it's called a bokeh background using acrylic paint. As I watched her working in acrylic in real time, I got a sense of how long it takes to make and what each layer looks like and what the painting looks like as it's being worked on. One of the insights I got from that was that although Lisa's completed pieces look beautiful and amazing, the first layer or second layer, they don't look very good. That's normal. And for me, when I try to paint, if my first layer or second layer don't look good, I think it's because I'm not good at what I'm doing and it makes it really easy for me to give up. So seeing it in real time really helped me realize that it's normal for things not to look amazing in the beginning. And it also gave me a better, more tangible sense of how long things take. Doodling is very different from photorealistic painting, but I thought that showing some of this video in real-time speed will give a better sense of the process. I was also thinking of maybe doing some live streams myself on Twitch. Probably not in the very near future. It'll take me some time to set that up. In this sketchbook, it's a Hahnemuehle craft paper sketchbook and it's A4 size. I usually worked in sketchbooks which were A5 size, which is exactly half the size of A4. It's as if you took an A4 sheet of paper and cut it down the middle. That's A5. And since it's bigger, and since I'm still using the same nib sizes more or less, I get to add a lot more detail in one doodle. And obviously one doodle takes longer to do because it's a bigger page. So since I get to add a lot more detail, rather than having the page look like a big messy tangled bunch of lines that all look the same, I wanted to find a way to compose a doodle in a way to make it more interesting. The way I went about doing that is just trial and error. This yellow section is, for me, one element in the doodle and in the composition of the doodle. And I thought since most of this doodle, other than the yellow element, was made using an 0.5 millimeter technical pen nib, I thought, how about using a 1 millimeter technical pen nib just on the yellow section and seeing if that gives it a different character and a different look. I think it does. I think what I could have done in this yellow section was to not repeat the same doodle patterns, but use maybe more of tribal looking squiggly lines and detached lines to make it look even more distinct from the others. But generally speaking, I'm pretty happy with this doodle and with this approach to composing a doodle because I have tried composing a doodle by sketching out in pencil first, and I can't say that the pencil lines helped me create a better composition. I think what helps me create a better composition gradually is trial and error. Just going for it and seeing what emerges. And the next time I make a doodle, something from the previous doodle gets carried on to the next doodle and I get to take the ideas further and try new things. So it's not so much a conceptual approach and one that involves a lot of thinking. It's a lot more free and that makes it a lot more enjoyable for me. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this doodle and this approach, and I will see you in the next one.